Good night, fellow Barbadians. This is Victor Callender, and today is September the 12th, 2025. The time is now 21:11 on 9:11 Pacific Standard Time. I come to you this evening with something that's heavy on my mind and on my heart, and it's with reference to how regular, hardworking Barbadians and their families are being treated at the expense of what is supposed to be transparency in our island nation by the government of Barbados, led by the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley. Now, as most of you know, I stand in the Prime Minister's corner on most things. But I will not stand in the Prime Minister's corner on issues of transparency, on issues of behavior that is malfeasant coming out of the Barbados Labour Party government and some of the elected officials who sit in the Parliament of Barbados who believe that the people's financial business belongs to them, is owned by them. Any politician who comes into public office assuming that he or she is supposed to remove from the coffers of the government space monies that's not theirs, um, came into the wrong industry, came into the wrong vocation. That is not good behavior, fiduciary behavior on the part of any person in the cabinet of the Prime Minister of Barbados and the Barbados Labour Party. It's not good business at all. Not good business practice, and it's not good for the people of Barbados. There are things that need to be fixed, Prime Minister. Crime needs to be fixed, needs to be addressed. Prime Minister, transparency needs to be addressed. The system of education in Barbados and the issue with school children, miscreant behavior on public transportation and in public spaces needs to be addressed. Prime Minister, in your House of Assembly, that most venerable of institutions, there are persons who come to that space not engaged for the people of Barbados, but they are there for purposes other than government business, under the pretense of government business, Prime Minister. And those people should be removed from your cabinet and from the Parliament of Barbados, period. The people deserve to be able to trust public figures. If you're in the public space as a civil servant, there is an incumbent fiduciary responsibility for civil servants and more especially for people who serve at your pleasure in the cabinet of Barbados, Prime Minister Mottley. Okay? We have to address those issues. The people deserve to have those issues addressed. I am not here, again, to scratch where it's not itching or laugh when it's not funny, because this is not a minstrel show. I am not a sycophant. I am not a person who is going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to say to you what I believe you need to hear. And where the government is headed, it's not in a direction that is fair. I applaud Mr. Thorne on his ability to engender um, questions relative to what is going on in the Ministry of Housing and in other areas of government. I applaud him on that. I sincerely hope that he continues to advocate for the people of Barbados and for the transparency across all spectrums in Barbados. Madam Prime Minister, it's time the Auditor General be brought in uh, to the circle of governmental fiduciary responsibility so that we can lay to rest any mechanism or any individuals who are acting outside of responsible governance. We must be transparent. The people of Barbados demand transparency in all things across the board completely. The police officers deserve decent wages. They're working, hard-working individuals. Fighting crime, as you know, is not an easy thing to do. People who worked assiduously, arduously, um, with reference to campaigning in St. James North. If they haven't been paid, Prime Minister, that's a BLP campaign issue. Why? Pay them. They should be paid. They should be paid, Prime Minister. That is the only right thing to do. Government ministers don't go to work for free. Members of Parliament don't go to work for free. Madam Prime Minister, neither do you. You go to work, you get a check cut at the end of the month, and you receive your wages. Honest, hard-working Barbadians deserve the same, Prime Minister. It is only right. It is only right. Okay? Let's stop pretending that we are governing when all we are doing is kicking the can down the road. Let's do right by the people, Prime Minister. That's not too much to ask. You took, as part of your investiture into your high office and your holding of the instruments of power in the country of Barbados, a vow to uphold good, sound governance. Prime Minister, you're falling down on some of these things. You need to stand up for justice and for the right of all Bajans, regardless. I love Barbados. I love the people of Barbados and their families. May God continuously bless the government of Barbados.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.